Welcome. It's 7:46 p.m. at WMYU 89.1 FM. You are now tuning into A Break from Reality, WMYU's one and only jungle drum and bass radio show. Here with your hosts, DJ Magni
and DJ Lime.
And we're here with a special guest today. But before that, we have a quick little PSA to give you.
We begin our session today with special guest Qube Honey. Are you there, Qube Honey?
Hello.
Oh, you're loud and clear. It's good to have you. It's so wonderful to have you on. This has been a long time coming.
I'm glad to be on. So, I'm really proud of my mix. And I'm glad to be invited on here. I really appreciate the opportunity.
You've been on a list of ours for people we wanted to get on for a minute now. We've been playing your stuff on the radio for some time, some years now, and it's an honor to have you here. I mean, if you want to introduce more about what you do, where you're from.
I come from Texas. I've lived here like my whole life. I'm from a fairly rural area. That's a long story. But I've been making music since I was like about 12. I've been mostly doing stuff like jungle, drum and bass, trip hop. Of course, most of the stuff I have out is jungle, drum and bass. But right now, I am working on like expanding from that because I've always been doing a whole bunch of different things. But I always stuck to like drum and bass and jungle and all that breakbeat stuff, just because that's what most of my friends were about. But I do take inspiration from all over the place. Like, of course, obviously, like the classic junglists that like like For Hero and Goldie and what do you call it, Photek and the Sorcerer and all that. And I also I do take a lot of inspiration from like classic hip hop and like all those trip hop guys like DJ Crush and Luke Viber and Amon Tobin, Ninja Tune and Moax and like Uncle DJ Shadow and all that. And I do like to blend the sound and style with a lot of different sounds and styles, especially like jazz and soul and all that. And recently, I've been trying to, of course, like open my more down-tempo sides more. So I've had a couple of like down-tempo and trip-hop EPs out recently, and the new album is gonna have more of that slow hip-hop kind of stuff. It's still going to be majority jungle though, and this new album is gonna take a pretty different direction from the last album because it is predominantly a dark side album, and it does get into some political territory too with some of the samples that I use, and I have been working on it for a very long time. I put it on pause after I started working on To Infringe Upon a Melody, but now I'm finally finished with it.
Yeah, big fan of the album.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah, is there anywhere you have a vague release date or at least a title that we should be looking out for anyone interested in listening?
It's called Virtual World, and it should be coming out around March or April. We don't have a final specific date yet, but it should be coming out around March or April.
Yeah, and
it's going to be on Unlucky Wind, just like how To Infringe Upon a Melody was on Unlucky Wind. And this time it will have CDs too with it.
Yes. We love that. We love to hear that.
I know there's a handful of junglists in the Texas scene, but do you, as far as labels are concerned, you think there's a good or a good enough like system locally, or do you find yourself doing more stuff online?
Honestly, well, to begin with, I come from a really rural area where I've lived my whole life, so connecting with the IRL scenes has been kind of hard for me. So I do stick with online people, but when it comes to IRL, it's there is like a small scene because there's like some people over at San Antonio and a couple of people over at Austin. I used to hang around Carter Landon for a little bit. I got booked for a Lush show back in 2024. Yes. But Carter is all the way in Boston now, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen with Lush, or if they're even gonna do any more Lush shows. But I don't know. Texas is pretty scattered, I will admit that, because San Antonio is really like punk rock dominated, because a lot of local scenes are punk rock dominated. But I have been wanting to like get more in touch with whatever is in San Antonio, because I know that like DJ Tonatia is from San Antonio. There's a couple of people in San Antonio and Austin that I know of.
Yeah, it's definitely a moving scene. We had Tonatia on here. I think like 2 semesters ago. I think. Yeah, it's such a bustling scene out there in Texas, and like. Yeah, it just really goes to show and people flying around out around too, like out of Texas into Texas. You know, it's a cool. It's certainly a hub. I think it's on the come up.
It all just makes me happy that it's like people are able to make it happen wherever they want to make it happen. Absolutely. Out of the passion for it.
Yeah, I definitely do really want to get in touch with like whoever is around, because I'm sure that there are people who are into, you know, what I'm into, like jungle, drum bass, techno, house, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. The internet is absolutely like, you know, the way to do it, you know. And I mean, speaking of the internet, we know you have been like starting up Bolshevik Beat recently. Are you looking forward to anything for your, or would you like to introduce your collective? And like
yes, it mostly is just Qube Honey and friends, but really I started it out because I wanted to create like a diverse musical playground. Really, I mean, it's mostly going to be electronic and hip hop, but you know, I have a lot of friends who, you know, they do jungle, drum bass, and breakbeat stuff, but they also do like dubstep, house, and techno, and like trip hop and like jazz type stuff. So I wanted to create a little place where I can bring all my friends over and we can, you know, be friends, hang out, and you know, do music stuff together. It's an online thing, so everyone is scattered. There are a couple people in Texas, or at least the main one I can think of off the top of my head is Streak. Shout out to Streak. He's all the way down to the border though.
Oh dang! Texas is huge.
Yeah. But he is awesome, and yeah, I would like to do more stuff locally if I ever do get the time to. But for the moment, I would like to play with the cars that I have. I do have some friends who do like physical pressings. Like I know my friend PCO3, also shout out, does like vinyl stuff. He works with the band Flying Fish, and also Barry, also known as Cholera Academic. Shout out to him too. He also does like distribution, and like vinyl and all that.
Yeah, it's fire. Everyone's got skill sets, you know, in this community. It's all awesome.
Yep.
Well, real quick. Sorry, you can finish your saying.
I just hang around a lot of music people, even if I'm not like the most experienced with like music biz or whatever. I do hang around with a lot of people, and I definitely want to use what I have.
Exactly.
I want to cherish my friends.
It's a lucky thing to be able to find like-minded people, especially when it comes to like, physical pressings or getting all sorts of releases done, being able to throw your own events, things like that. It all really does come in handy, and it's a beautiful thing when you actually are on the same page.
Yeah, infinite homies.
And the starting point really is, I've been organizing a little remix album for a good while now. I'm trying to have it out by this summer, maybe. I'm not completely sure, but also I want to also organize just a general Bolshevik Beat compilation with all my friends on it, so that I can represent all my friends and what they do, just what we're all going for.
Straight up, we will be tapped in and ready, and wary of that release date. I think it's about time to almost get into the mix, but I want to ask you, any tracks on the mix you want to speak on real quick, to shout out any folks you have on the mix, anything like that?
I have a couple of unreleased remixes and a couple of my own unreleased tracks off the album.
Oh, exciting.
I have a track by my best friend, Destiny Bond, and that one's kind of like liquidy, jazzy jungle. And then I have a remix by Shriek of my track, The Knowledge. And my friend Trash Bro did a dubstep remix of Memory Rent.
Ooh.
And also my girlfriend did a remix of that move, which is on here, which is on the mix too.
Okay.
Moly.
Yeah. Well, a lot to look forward to.
Excited.
I did play it out already before, I think. But it's a really great remix.
Yeah.
She made it a long while ago, and I still really love it.
Yeah, the dub.
And I do have
the airwaves.
And I do have 2 tracks off the album that I play in the mix. One of them is called Cynical Hearts, and the other is called Suffocated Hysterics is what it's called.
Gotcha.
And they both have pretty prominent vocal samples.
Fire.
The first one is this political documentary, and then the other one is Paranoia Agent, the anime.
Dope. Nice, great anime. All right, I think it's time to begin though. I'm about to jump right in, honestly.
Yeah,
all right,
thank you,
cool.
folks at home. This has been a quick chat with Qube Honey. Thank you so much for coming on. And everyone if you haven't heard before, you're going to hear it now.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
Yeah, thank you, QB.
Thank y'all.
And everyone,
You too.
please enjoy the mix. Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
It makes me really happy.
Yes, we're so happy to have you
Absolutely.
and to listen to this mix. Let's jump right in.
This night's trash.
Thank you for everyone who tuned in, and thank you, Qube Honey, for this beautiful mix. Sorry about any little technical difficulties earlier. We'll be sure to get you a little track list on spinatron.com. /WNYU. You can see what's up, and soon enough this mix will be up too.
Indeed.
So, thank you, and tune in next week. We'll be here at the same time, bringing you more jungle, more music, and more massive.
You can follow Qube Honey at Wave Snacks with 4 S at the end on Instagram. You can find Qube Honey music on SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Bolshevik Beat on there as well. But thank you for tuning in. We will be back next week. Thank you, Qube Honey.
Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.